Eugene, Oregon. The 13th-ranked Bulldogs hit the road for the first time this season, and they've drawn a tough assignment, the revenge-minded Oregon Ducks. The Dogs are in action next on KMPH, Fox 26.
Bulldog basketball is brought to you by Original Coors. Since 1873, Original Coors in the yellow can, the last real beer.
So where's Alec?
I don't know. It didn't work out. He was too complicated. And he wore alligator loafers.
Since 1873, Original Coors in the yellow can.
Alligator loafers?
We are live at MacArthur Court on the campus of the University of Oregon in Eugene, and it's time again for Fresno State basketball. Tonight, in a non-conference battle of early season unbeatens, it's 13th-ranked Fresno State against the Oregon Ducks. Hello again, everybody. I'm Ralph Wood along with Dan Romney, and welcome to Bulldog basketball on Fox 26. We're broadcasting from a place they call the Pit, and we're about to find out why. Dan, when this joint is jumping, as we expect it will be tonight, it defines home court advantage, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really is. This is a fun place to be, and this is what happens when you're nationally ranked. The place is packed. It's worth about 10 points to the Oregon Ducks. This is one of the all-time great arenas. Fresno State will need it a game if they're going to win on the road.
The Bulldogs come in here ranked 13th in the nation, 5-0 on the year, but all 5 of those games at home. You're going to find out a lot about your team now on a tough road trip starting tonight.
Well, and I think this is what Jerry Tarkanian and his staff is looking forward to. Look at this trip. You're on the road for about 10 games. You're going to find a lot about your team. How do they play during adversity? Will they turn it over in the critical time of the game? Or will they play up to their ability? Will they win the tough games on the road? And will they start the conference in good shape? So I think this is a great trip for Fresno. Could be a blessing in disguise for them.
Last season, the Ducks were at Selland Arena. They blew a 10-point lead in the final 2 minutes. Dominic Young, the game-winning three-pointer at the buzzer. A lot of pressure on Kenya Wilkins for Oregon, the other point guard. Two great guards in this game.
Yeah, you got two really of the top guards, point guards in the country. Kenya Wilkins, a terrific all-around player, a guy that can penetrate, make the big shot. Certainly one of the better guards in the Pac-10 Conference, along with Brevin Knight at Stanford. Brevin Knight, Kenya Wilkins, the top point guards in the league. Then you look at Dominic Young. Young, a guy who wants the ball. Young, a guy that's going to have to play some defense. More importantly, he'll have to stop Kenya Wilkins, and he'll have to do the job in the open court.
All right, we're about to find out how this one unfolds. The Bulldogs getting ready to tip it off with the Ducks. We'll be back right after this.
Bulldog basketball is brought to you by Unical 76, a proud sponsor of the Bulldogs. 76, we get it.
For a limited time, a special opportunity. It's Chrysler Sebring Savings. Right now, you can lease a Chrysler Sebring JX convertible for as little as $289 a month. Or get $1,000 cash back on the Sebring Coupe. Chrysler Sebring Savings. For a limited time only at your Chrysler dealer. Northern California Chrysler and Plymouth. It's the new place to be.
Blindfold our customers. That way they won't see our dirty restrooms, or that there are no paper towels and no squeegees, or what a hassle it is to pay, and that we have really long lines.
I see.
What do you want from your gas station? Blindfolds or the basics like squeaky clean restrooms? 76, we get it.
Why advertise on Fox 26?
We really feel that we need to be advertising in the phone book, and the newspaper will work for short term, but Channel 26 is the only one that we've found that consistently keeps bringing people in for long term and brings them in from such a broader area all through the valley.
Call Fox 26 marketing specialist Josh Kaskin today.
On the next home improvement, Tim Taylor and Al Borland have gone too far.
You're both under arrest.
He's in the slammer.
They're being sent up the river.
I can't believe you got me into this.
And if they don't make a break for it...
Aren't you those guys from that TV tool show?
Yes, I'm Bob Vila. This is Norman. Back again.
They'll make a new buddy. Home Improvement.
Monday night at 7 on your station, Fox 26.
Back at MacArthur Court in Eugene, it's time to take a look at tonight's Herco's Cafe starting lineup, beginning with the Bulldogs. Garrett Terdenga and Darnell McCullough starting at the forward positions. McCullough starting for Roberson, who had the flu and missed a couple of practice sessions. Rasan Smith, the big man in the middle, then Dominic Young, the top scorer on this team, and Kendrick Brooks to round out the Fresno State 5. The head coach of the Bulldogs, Jerry Tarkanian, in his second season at Fresno State, 27-11 for the Bulldogs. Of course, overall, the winningest percentage coach in college basketball history. For the hometown Oregon Ducks, Kyle Milling and Jamar Curry will be up front. Rob Raymaker, big man in the middle, a 6'10 senior out of Santa Barbara. Kenya Wilkins, the real guy who makes their offense go, and also a great defensive player. Jamal Lawrence rounds out the Ducks starting 5. Jerry Green's the head coach of Oregon in his 5th season. With a win tonight, he would be 59-59 overall here at Eugene. Tonight's officials, the referee is Jim Danner, the umpire is Lonnie Dixon and Ronnie Hernandez. We'll be back to tip this game off. The Bulldogs against the Oregon Ducks. Right after this, stay with us.
When you travel, you have enough concerns to occupy your mind. You shouldn't have to worry, too, about whether your travel agent got you the best value or if the service has been all it should be. That's why you should begin your trip by calling First Value Travel. If you're the occasional traveler, you can just leave the worrying to us. We'll get you there at the lowest fare. If you're a regular traveler, our travel club can give you added benefits, helping you save even more on future trips. First Value Travel. Why not jot the phone number down now so you'll have it the next time you need it?
I'm Mr. Brent Wood, inviting you to join the 5,000 families who now own a Brentwood home built by Westcal. They know owning a home is smarter than paying rent because Brentwood is priced from the 90s and includes superior Clovis schools. Come see our neighborhoods today, Fort Washington in Fresno and Buchanan, or Park Avenue in Clovis, and receive up to $5,000 in bonus bucks. There's a Brentwood home just right for your family. Bullet at Temperance in Clovis and Maple north of Shepard in Fresno. Take it from me, Mr. Brent Wood.
Welcome back to Eugene. Fresno State won last year's game 83-82. Both the Bulldog victories have been at home. That tells you that Fresno State 0-5 against the Ducks in Oregon. And by the way, last year on the road, Fresno State 4-8. But Dan, Bulldogs have a much better team, although there are some guys here going to be playing on the road in the big-time college game for their first time.
And that's definitely going to be a factor. So it'll be interesting to see how Fresno State comes out and establishes the tempo, plays defense, and tries to control the game against a very formidable Oregon team. I think if you analyze Oregon, Ralph, in the Pac-10, you got to look at them as one of the top 5 teams in the conference. So this is a very good test for Fresno State.
And right away, Kyle Milling wins the opening tip, and the Ducks are on offense. Raymaker to Curry. No good. Milling with the follow, that no good. Here comes Fresno State.
Oregon setting up man-to-man. Both teams man-to-man, like to come out and pressure. Pretty good defense by Lawrence. Look at the way Lawrence is trying to keep the ball.
Wilkins first off. This is down again to alter the shot. Shot clock now under 10. Brooks turns it over. Wilkins comes away with it.
Oh, really important to defend the interior. Rasan Smith inside will have to do a job on Raymaker.
Curry drives. I think it was blocked by Rasan Smith. McKellar comes up with a rebound. Gets it up to Young. To Brooks. He'll fire from 3 and hit. Kendrick Brooks opens the game with a 3-pointer. Fresno State takes a 3-0 lead.
Pretty good transition that time, and it's nice to see Kendrick Brooks getting off to a fast start. Lawrence, I thought, played him very well the last time down the floor, but he lost Kendrick in transition, and you can't afford to lose him. Oh, pretty good pass here.
Lob to Curry, puts it in.
It's a veteran Oregon team, Ralph. I mean, this is a club that has all of its people back from last year. They play some very tough games. Played UCLA tough twice. Had them beat up here in a game late last year. Just couldn't finish it.
Young for three. 5 seniors, 5 starters back for Ducks team, and 16 and 13 last year.
Of course, the year before, Oregon went to the NCAA tournament. First time in 34 years. So Jerry Green, that's a big accomplishment up here.
Lawrence for 3. Jamal Lawrence answers for the Ducks. A 1-point lead for Fresno State.
Well, you can see in the early going, two evenly matched teams. I mean, I think you have to beat Oregon by 10 in order to beat them up here at Mac Court. I mean, this is the pit. It's a big advantage for Oregon, and this place is packed. Pretty good start so far by Fresno State. They missed one. Have they missed one?
I think they've missed one.
No, I don't think they have. They turned it over.
3-pointers by Brooks and Young, and that nice basket, a 2-pointer for Hassan Smith.
Yeah, suffice it to say, if Fresno State continues to shoot like this, they're in pretty good shape.
Can you take the crowd out of this game?
Well, you can if you get off to a great start. You can definitely take the crowd out. Now, Milling's a very tough rebounder.
Spins inside, blocked, but before the block by Smith, there's a foul going to be on Garrett Terdenga.
See, I think one of the real keys, Ralph, for Fresno State in this game is controlling Raymaker and Milling inside. The Kyle Milling's a transfer from Santa Barbara, about 6'8", very strong and aggressive, and likes to take the ball toward the goal. So if you can control those two guys and you can stop them from hurting you, you're in pretty good shape, because Oregon does not have a real deep bench with frontline players.
Milling misses the free throw, averaging 13 points, 9 rebounds, 1 block shot a game. The numbers for Raymakers you were talking about, 2 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals.
Now, Raymaker's come off some injury. He had the surgery on his knee. And
Hassan Smith is hurt. He went down, and they're going to have an official's timeout.
This is Hassan getting up, and he said, I'm going to walk it off. How about this? Just walk it off. No, I think they're going to substitute. That's a good move. Let's up for him. Yeah, you got to get him out of there.
Ed Ferreira wants to take a look at him. Carice Stanley will come in replacing Hassan Smith.
No, you feel badly for Hassan. I mean, he's really gotten off to a terrific start so far in the early going, and you hope this is nothing serious. They're probably going to take him right to the locker room.
He is several paces ahead of it, Ferreira, as he heads down the tunnel and into the locker room. We'll have a report as soon as we get there.
Trap right up. What a pass.
Stanley inside from McCullough, puts it in.
What a nice pass by Darnell McCullough. There's your senior leadership and poise under pressure. Make the easy play, don't turn it over. And that was a very nice effort that time by McCullough.
Drive and a whistle on the play. Foul probably going to be on Stanley or McCullough. They give it to McCullough. Be his first.
Yeah,
second team foul.
They're going to get McCullough that time trying to defend on the drive.
Jamar Curry, a 45.5% free throw shooter. He averages 12 points, 5 boards a game. Makes the first, 10-6 Fresno State lead.
Jamar Curry played at a very storied high school program from Jersey City, New Jersey, played at St. Anthony's, one of the great high school programs in the country, produced so many outstanding basketball players. So he's been playing top competition for many years.
Showing he's better than a 45.5% from the line, too, making them both 10-7 Fresno State.
Oh, look at the defense they're trying to exert right here on Dominic Young, but he's handling it pretty well.
McCullough will drive, bangs, whistle.
See if they get, oh yes, I think they may count it.
He does not count it. No, he shook his head. Darnell McCullough said, you're going to count that one for me, aren't you? And
well, the reason why Darnell said good, now I thought the referee went with the signal down. Now the proper call is no basket, because it looked like it happened prior to the shot. You don't have continuation in college basketball, but the official hesitated for a long time.
Fresno State ball out of bounds. Brooks takes the inbound and misses everything. We'll hear it from the crowd here. Wilkins working on Dominic Young.
Oh, great.
And loses the basketball. Good defense by Young.
Ralph, magnificent defense by Dominic Young. You do not know how hard that is. See, Young, what can Young bring to the table besides his outside shooting? He can guard the ball. He can defend the basketball. Not many point guards in the country can defend the ball as well as Dominic Young.
McCullough. Terdenga for 3. Another air ball. It comes off to Lawrence, and here comes Wilkins. This time there's going to be a whistle before the shot. Young going to be whistled for the foul on Wilkins. First foul on Dominic Young. Timeout on the floor. 15:44 remaining in the first half. Fresno State still leading by 3. It's 10-7 Bulldogs.
If you're looking for
broadcast premiere of Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, only on your station, KMPH, Fox 26.
Well, here's the great defense by Fred. Look at the defense by Dominic Young. He holds position. He doesn't reach. Kenya Wilkins does not turn the ball over very often, but he did on that occasion, and that's because Dominic played excellent position defense. He's a young man, as I said, that can defend the ball. Hard to find those guys in any level of basketball.
Henry Madden into the game now for Oregon. Madden, of course, from Coalinga High School, so he's a Valley native. Coming off of ACL surgery, knee surgery, used his redshirt season. Lawrence misses everything, but count the basket, going to be called goaltending. Damon Forney in the game for the first time, along with Terrence Roberson.
Lawrence went all the way, and they said Forney had a PS. That's a good call. Very good call by the official. Forney definitely touched the ball when it was on the cylinder.
Roberson had the flu this week, missed practice sessions Wednesday and Thursday. Thus, he did not start. That one knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Oregon basketball. Forney, this is his first game since November 26th. His only other game, scored 7 points and had 7 rebounds. But missed the other 4 with that groin injury.
Well, this is going to be an interesting game for Herren, Forney, Roberson, guys that haven't played in a long time that now are going to face a real tough crowd and see how they react. Now you got to get that.
Well, you got numbers now.
Now Roberson has to hustle back.
Wilkins' three-pointer no good. The rebound kicked out to Milling. Back inside. Madden turns around. That's no good. Stanley with a rebound. And a whistle. Now we have an Oregon player down. Jamal Lawrence getting up.
Well, they can ill afford to lose Lawrence. Lawrence, a very good all-around player, very active with the ball, and he looks like he may have tweaked his leg or ankle.
Fresno State off to a very hot start, but they're struggling a little lately. Oregon having trouble shooting the basketball.
I think what's happened to Oregon in that 3 for 9 percentage is really good defense by Fresno State. Don't forget, the Dogs got off and made a couple of threes early, but the last couple of times down the floor, Oregon's really tightened their belt and done a pretty good defensive job.
In the first 3 games, Oregon shot 51% from the field. As Herren puts that up, hits the back of the rim. Forney with the rebound, puts it up and in.
Now, that's what you like about Forney. I mean, he's a glass eater. I mean, he's a guy, let me just get the rebound and put it right back in. I mean, that really helps the percentage. A good move by Forney to get right around the glass and finish that play.
A whistle and a walk. Traveling called on Jamar Curry. So a turnover. Fresno State will have the basketball. And a 3-point lead with 14-19 remaining in the first half.
Now, one of the things I really like about this year's Fresno State edition, and not that they didn't have a terrific year last year, very exciting year for Fresno State. I mean, with the 22 wins. But their rotation of talent. Jerry Tarkanian, when he substitutes, this team does not go down. In many respects, they get better when they sub, and not many teams in the country can make that statement.
Tarek Brown, number 14, into the game for Oregon. Has 20%, no good. Brown gets the rebound right off the bench. Also back in the game for Fresno State. This is a good sign. Rasan Smith.
Thought Therese Stanley did a very nice job when he was in there. Played well at both ends of the floor.
Tarek Brown, they call him Uptown Brown. He's the son of former NBA star Freddie Downtown Brown.
Yeah, and Tarek's definitely looking for the 3.
Milling wheeling inside, puts it up and in. Kyle Milling with a nice move, and it's 12-11. Bulldogs still leading.
Now, clearly Milling is the best inside player for Oregon, and you cannot allow him to get the ball near the goal. You got to get in front of him or deny that pass in there, or Milling will have a big night.
Wilkins whistled for the foul on Dominic Young.
Well, this is a game within a game. The Young-Wilkins matchup, I mean, these two young guys are really going at it. They're playing hard with the ball, and when their opponent doesn't have the ball, look at Wilkins now going to try to keep it out of Young's hand. Didn't do it that time. Dominic got control. But this is a big-time matchup at point guard.
Herren drives, dishes, tipped away. It'll be Fresno State basketball out of bounds. Brown got a hand on it. Intended for Forney.
See, the tendency for guys like Forney, Herren, is to maybe go a little too quick. Run the offense, keep your poise, not a walk. He did. See, that's the kind of thing that may happen to you on the road. Haven't played in this atmosphere for a long time. Just got to settle down.
Chris Herren just in the ball game, turned it over. So the Bulldogs still leading 12-11. Fresno State is not trailing this game, but Oregon now has an opportunity to take the lead. Wilkins working on Young. Gets a screen from Matt. Brown still not able to get the three-point shot off. A whistle inside. Going to be a holding foul against Fresno State's Rasan Smith.
Yeah, Rasan was not going to let Milling get the ball that time in the paint, so he was trying to front him and rotate and do anything he could to not allow Milling to get the ball. Here's the contact. Both these big guys here trying to fight. See, Rasan was trying to fight around for position that time and picked up the foul. Actually, not a bad foul. You just can't allow Milling to receive the ball near the goal like he did the last time.
Second foul on Rasan Smith. Inside to Milling. Kicks it back out. Madden from just above the free throw line. Misses. Now we're going to have a whistle. And I think that's going to be on Milling. Yes, it is.
And did you see the defensive style that time, Ralph? What they ended up was Rasan Smith behind Milling, but they dropped one of the guards down. So they dropped one of the guards down, which really opened up the outside shot for the Oregon Ducks. They just couldn't get it down. But I still like that scenario better than letting Milling play one-on-one with the ball 2 or 3 feet from the basket.
Young being hounded by Wilkins, gets it off to Robeson, kicks it inside. Rasan Smith will reverse it and put it in. Nice shot by the big man.
He has just made unbelievable improvement. And from where he was at the beginning of last year, I mean, it's amazing how far Rasan Smith has come in his game.
And especially at the free throw line, shooting 74%. That's about double what he was last year. Curry drives and puts it up and in. DeMar Curry with a nice scoop to the basket.
Did you notice, too, Ralph, that Jerry Green has Raymaker out of this game for a long time? And why? Because he needs a quicker team on the floor. He just can't play with guys that are not quick. And he went to a smaller, quicker club to combat Fresno State.
Herren driving. He's going to have to kick it out. Dominic Young has it. Young dishes to Herren. Whistle. It's going to be another turnover for Herren. Shuffling the feet for a second time. Chris Herren a little frustrated. Fresno State still has the lead. 11:40 remaining in the first half. Bulldogs by 1.
Do you know
this arena in America? Built in 1926 and remodeling scheduled to be completed by next summer, compared to the old Boston Garden. Three-pointer by Brown, no good. Rebound by Smith.
And Brown really has not had a good start so far this year in terms of shooting that three-point shot.
Herren's air ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be Oregon basketball.
I think Herren's trying to do a little bit too much. And the young guy, Chris Herren, just has to settle down and let the game come to him. I think he's trying to make it happen and just stay in the flow.
You're talking about Derek Brown. They call him Uptown, and he's taken now 17 three-point shots this season, leading the team in that category, but only made 3.
Yeah, that 3 of 17 is not the ideal percentage. You want your outside guys to shoot. But he's dangerous, and if you give him room, I mean, he can get his confidence up and stick him.
7 on the shot clock. Wilkins may have to put it up.
But great defense by Fresno State.
3 by Wilkins, no good. Smith comes off with a rebound. Young for 3. Nobody there to rebound for Fresno State. Brown lets it go out of bounds. It'll be Oregon basketball. It is interesting how you see Chris Herren, a young guy playing in his first big-time college game on the road for Fresno State, kind of forcing a little bit. Milling comes out of the game. So does Madden. Dominic Young takes a rest for the Bulldogs. 3-pointers. Fresno State now 2 out of 5. And Oregon not a good three-point shooting team coming in. Just 27.5%. 14 three-point shooters and three-point shots made this season. Fresno State made 14 in one game.
I like that, making 14 in one game rather than 14 for the season. And now we spoke a little bit too soon because Lawrence just knocked one down.
And that gives the Ducks their first lead. Oregon now up by 2.
And don't forget, Fresno State's, 2 out of 4 or 5 from three-point range, and they made their first 2.
2 out of 6 now as Roberson misses the 3. Ducks on the run.
Tough defensive job now for Chris Herren. With Dominic Young out of the game, the Herren's got to defend Wilkins. Very nice pass inside. Oregon, well-coached and disciplined, will run their motion, and it's very important for Fresno State to play well when their man does not have the ball. This is just good execution and half-court scheme and screening by Oregon, and the Dogs got caught, tried to recover, but a little bit late.
That's the third foul on Damon Forney, so he'll have to go to the bench. 9:55 remaining. We have a 20-second timeout on the floor. Oregon up by 2.
I like the 20-second timeout. I like giving each team more 20s because most coaches call timeouts in the first half only to break momentum. There's really no other reason why you would call a timeout. So it's nice to have the 20s cut down on the full timeouts and get the action started again.
Check that. That is the first foul on Forney, I believe, the 13th foul. Does that sound right? They've got it up on the board. 3 fouls on Forney, and he's still in the game.
No, that doesn't sound right, but we'll check it.
Raymaker at the free throw line, a 2-point average, 6 rebounds this season. Transferred from Santa Barbara, named to the Pac-10 all-newcomer team last year. But he's coming off 2 off-season knee surgeries.
Yeah, it's interesting that Raymaker and Miller both transferred from Santa Barbara.
Now the Bulldogs facing a 3-point deficit with less than 10 minutes remaining in the first half. Dominic Young remains on the Bulldog bench.
Pretty good defense by Oregon. And they're not giving Fresno State much. They're really taking them out of their motion, and the Dogs really have not been able to attack around the goal. And that's something I think they're going to have to do. Jerry's going to make a change to put Therese Stanley in the game for Rasan Smith. But this is just a case of pretty good defense, and then Herren not being able to handle a pass.
Pass whipped right through Herren's hands and out of bounds, so. This is McShane into the game, along with number 50, Michael Carson, who will drive around Stanley. Stanley blocks it. Brown has another shot blocked. That one by Forney, knocked out of bounds.
Now, Ralph, Oregon is in a situation where they don't have their outstanding point guard, Kenya Wilkins, in the game. So let's see how well they can execute. This is just terrific interior defense by Fresno State. I mean, first it was Stanley, then it was Forney. It's too bad Forney could have tap blocked that one and kept it in play instead of knocking it out of bounds.
Green giving some of his top guys a rest while Tark is doing the same for Fresno State. 3-point lead for Oregon.
Yeah, it's been a high-intensity game, and I think both coaches are going to their bench just to give their starters a bit of a break. Good defense again. I tell you, Therese Stanley, in the amount of time he has played in this game, as I think played as well as I've seen him. His defensive abilities have been outstanding. He scored at the other end. And now there's only 6 seconds left on the 35.
Raymaker fires it up. That's an air ball. Here come the Bulldogs. Herren tried to get it ahead, but decided better. Standing inside and in traffic. Knocked out of bounds by Mike McShane. It'll be Fresno State basketball with 23 on the shot clock.
Yeah, still, that was a very good idea. The concept and the scheme and the formation was there, and that's what you want. You wanted that over-the-top pass from the point.
Back to live action. The shot hit by Forney. Just popped the shot from the inbound pass. Bulldogs within 1. Garrett Terdenga getting ready to check in for Fresno State. Well, Forney got a piece of Raymaker's arm. McShane will drive. Knocked away and blocked by Forney.
Yeah, don't bring the weak stuff in.
Yeah.
Forney just kind of takes, he just negates anything you want to do in the middle.
Forney at the offensive end. No basket. Going to be a foul, though. Heard a lot about Damon Forney, and now we're getting a chance to see what he can do.
Yeah, the thing I like about Forney is one of those explosion guys. I mean, you just bring it in, And that was a very good no call by the official. Clean block, and Forney kept that one in play. McShane thought he had a clear lane to the goal, but nice to have a shot blocker inside who could take away that easy score and start the break at the other end.
Dominic Young coming back into the game for Fresno State. So quickly off the Oregon bench comes Wilkins. Milling also checked back in, along with Jamar Curry, number 23. So it's Raymaker, Milling, Lawrence, Wilkins, and Curry for Oregon. Forney misses the first free throw. Forney averaging 7 points, 7 rebounds in his only game, really, for Jerry Tarkanian. This is his second game because of that groin injury. He makes the second free throw, and we're tied. So 8:23 now remaining in the first half. 17-17 ball game. Garrett Terdenga checking in for Fresno State. Rashawn Smith going to the Bulldog bench. Terdenga averaging 9 points, 3 rebounds as he comes in. Lawrence the three. That's no good. Rebound Dominic Young. He has Brooks
and Stanley
on the flanks. He'll take the shot himself. That's no good. Rebound Raymaker. Now see if the Ducks can run. Wilkins kicks it out to Raymaker. Didn't take the shot.
No, they've gotten away from throwing it to Milling, see, and that's a key component to their game. Every time Milling touches the ball inside, good things happen for Oregon.
Oregon back in front by 2 now.
And I think Fresno State's gotten away a bit from running their offense and trying to get the ball around the goal. Here's one guy right here that has to get going, is Brooks.
Brooks loses it, saved by Raymaker. Lawrence brings it up, gets it back to Raymaker.
Again, they're trying to throw the ball inside the Milling, not Wilkins. Wilkins trying to post up. They're going to post up the ball, and he banked it in. Oh, Kenya posting Dominic up.
Oregon has its biggest lead. Ducks up by 4 now, approaching the 7-minute mark remaining here in the first half. Crowd getting into it at Matt Court. Young for 3. Short. Wilkins with the rebound. Ahead to Lawrence. Knocked away and out of bounds by McCullough.
Well, that's a nice recovery that time by McCullough. No one was back for Fresno State. McCullough just saved an easy score.
It'll be Oregon basketball out of bounds. 6:55 remaining. We have a timeout on the floor. Fresno State down by 4. Bulldogs have a big match in the playoffs coming against Creighton tomorrow. We'll also have KMPH News Break and the Pacific Bell Smart Yellow Pages first half stats and highlights. All that coming up at halftime with 6:55 remaining until we get to the half. A lot of basketball still to play. Fresno State down by 4, Dan. Out shooting Oregon, but you don't want to let this game get away from you a little early. I thought Fresno State really staying in it pretty well.
Yeah, they did, and you saw that statistic up there, 21 shot attempts for Oregon and 17 for Fresno State. And really, Fresno State got off to a nice start making some outside shots, but they've relied on the three, and it hasn't gone down of late.
Wilkins from the free throw line puts it up and in. So Kenya Wilkins doing a job now.
Yeah, well, he's a tremendous all-around player. I mean, he's a guy that certainly is an all-Pac-10 performer. Playing at home in his comfort zone and is having a very nice game.
4 for Wilkins seems like a lot more. Therese Stanley has that block shot rejected. It'll be Bulldog basketball out of bounds.
I think the Ducks are pumped. What do you think?
Crowd into it as Dominic Young prepares to bring it in. 4 blocks for Fresno State. That's the first for the Ducks, but really got the fans going.
It doesn't take much to get these fans going. I mean, they're going before they walk into this game.
They were ready to go as Curry Stanley turned around in and out. Rebound to Milling. Bulldogs down by 6. Wilkins drive, puts it up short. Tipped by Stanley, controlled by Young, and Wilkins steals it from behind.
Well, Kenny Wilkins is all over. Is he going to get this one too?
Yeah, Wilkins comes up with it.
I think he's got a magnet in his hand, and what he does is just puts up his hand and the ball comes to his hand. I mean, he's kind of magnetized out there.
Great save by Lawrence.
This is good screen, playing without the ball. Oregon runs a 5-man motion.
Curry three-pointer no good, but he's going to get the ball, try and save it on the court. Madden gets it.
Well, right now, Oregon's just beating Fresno State to all the loose balls. I mean, and one thing I think that Jerry Tarkanian and his staff is going to stress at halftime is we got to get after the guys on defense.
Look out there. Well, you had 2 consecutive saves by the Ducks. 3 opportunities to shoot. Wilkins converted. 8-point lead now for Oregon.
Big trip, and this is a big trip down the floor for Fresno State. I mean, they need to score right now to break this momentum. Having a tough time running their offense. Oregon playing terrific man-to-man defense.
Young following, short. Rebound, batted around, controlled by Miller. Under 5 minutes remaining now in the first half.
I don't know if Dominic's tired, or it seems like most of his shots tonight have all been short. Usually a sign that you are a little bit tired. He's tried to play aggressively on defense, and it may take away from your offensive game.
Ducks looking to open a 10-point lead. This has been a good play for him. Milling inside, count the basket, he's fouled.
Well, Milling's a powerhouse inside. And again, once you allow him to receive the ball and use his ability, he's able to put it on the ground, screen and shield his man with his body, and then finalize the play. And you can bet they will go to him time and time again until Fresno State can defend it.
Milling looking to make it an 11-point lead. He has 6 points in the game, trying to convert the 3-point play. Does.
And Jerry Green was able to get Kenny Wilkins out of the game and give him a rest, bring back McShane and Sherrod Brown. So now Fresno State has a little edge, I really think, at the guard position. It's been an 11-zip scoring run. Nice steal there by McCullough. Well, he has saved a couple of scores.
Really bailed out the Bulldogs there because Oregon had a breakaway opportunity. Now McCullough has it knocked away, and it is a turnover in back. So Bulldogs nearly give up 2 at the other end. Forney gets the ball, but also gets the body.
I'm not too sure if he did. I thought Damon Forney just made another magnificent block. We'll get a good angle on it. See if he got him with his body. He did a little bit. Well, I was wrong. It did definitely hit him on the shoulder. But, you know, it looked so good. I thought they just might go ahead and give it to him.
That's his second foul on Forney. 17th foul, Fresno State. Curley going to the line to shoot 2.
Well, this is an Oregon team now just gaining in confidence. You look at his numbers against Portland State, really a game that you really commend Jerry Green for going on the road to play at Portland State. Not many coaches would do that. It's kind of an everything to lose, nothing to gain type deal, but still, he brought his Ducks at Portland State. They played well and won the ball game.
It's now a 13-0 run for the Ducks. Bulldogs need a comeback. A 13-0 Oregon run. Fresno State 5-0, best start since the 81-82 season. Bulldogs off to a 10-0 start the year prior to that. Oregon has not been off to a 4-0 start since 1974. Long way to go in this one. Bulldogs down by 13.
Yeah, you just have to stay aggressive and get back running your motion and not get mentally down. There's a very nice move by Roberson. That was a power left-handed drop. And certainly a score that the Dogs needed. That breaks to, what, a 13-0 run by the Ducks. 5-man motion and passing game, screening, playing without the ball. So it's very difficult to defend because you have to continually run through screens.
Sherrod Brown from way outside misses again. A whistle is going to be Fresno State basketball out of bounds. So Sherrod Brown having struggling problems outside again. We mentioned we only had 3 of 17 on three-pointers, 3 of 18 now.
And I can tell you what Jerry Green is thinking. How long do I keep Kenny Wilkins on the bench? Because
not long. He just popped up.
He happened to just pop up. Because certainly the advantage goes to Fresno State with the guard situation and the matchups in the game right now.
Whistle inside. That foul's going to be called on number 33, Raymaker. Bulldog basketball out of bounds. The 15th foul on Oregon. First foul on Raymaker.
Well, this is Dominic Young trying to slide the ball. Actually, not a bad idea to put it down away from the defender, and did pick up the foul, and the ball goes out of bounds.
Waymaker to the bench. Wilkins and Millen in, and Forney just shot that one right over Kyle Millen. 4 straight points now for Fresno State. 7 points now for Damon Forney.
Yeah, Forney has been solid.
Hit his average.
Well, he's very good inside, and he's a young man that looks like he has very good court presence.
Curry had a good shot, didn't take it.
Well, I like the fact he got on the ground that time. You got to get, when the ball's down, get on the floor and go after it.
Dogs nearly had a turnover, and Wilkins makes him pay. Wilkins hits again. Now 8 points for Kenya Wilkins. And it's an 11-point game.
Well, it's nice to have an equalizer like Kenya Wilkins, a senior, been through big games, and when this club's in trouble, they're going to look to Kenya to make the shot for him.
No basket, a whistle before the shot. Out around the foul line.
And Oregon's really done a pretty good job of staying out of foul trouble. Still a situation where Fresno State is not shooting 16 fouls. And I'm sure Jerry Tarkanian's thinking, you know, there's only a couple of minutes to go in this half. We still haven't really had the ability to get to the line.
First foul on Jamar Curry. Bulldogs can't inbound it. Another turnover for Fresno State. Curry, no good. Tipped around by Mike Carson in there. That's going to be out of bounds, Fresno State.
Yeah, the other adjustment, Ralph, that I think will happen at halftime is I'm sure Jerry Tarkanian and his staff will get after his guys about transition defense. Look, guys, when we get back on defense, we have to pick someone up. Even though it's not our man, you cannot allow them to get wide open shots on the fast break. Oh, how about that
tip in by Roberson?
Oh, I like that one.
Smith with the miss, Roberson with the tip. He has 4.
Terrence with a right-hand finger roll. That was impressive. Stay patient, play defense, execute at the offensive end.
Wilkins spins, slips, in trouble, but gets it out of there. Well, Lawrence took an extra step, so a turnover.
Yes, good call. Lawrence is giving him the official a quizzical look, but definitely a good call. He shuffled.
So Fresno State has a chance to take advantage now. 1:16 remaining before halftime. Bulldogs will have the ball out of bounds, down by 9. Carson out. Waymaker back in for Oregon. A 9-point lead for Oregon. Bulldogs led this game early. See, Fresno State had problems with turnovers. Nearly another one there. Wilkins with a great defense.
And really, Fresno State's a club that you would think would take care of the ball. So 9 turnovers in the first half, but obviously too many. Here's another one. Well, it didn't result in a turnover. It should have.
Shot clock down to 5 now. Young will have to take a long 3. No good. Nobody there to rebound.
Great boxing out, I thought, by Oregon. Look at that transition. Again, the Dogs a little bit late at getting back, and Kenya Wilkins able to find the open man ahead.
Roberson fouls Madden. That'll send Madden to the free throw line. First foul on Roberson.
Look at Kenya with his head up. He's looking down the floor, saying, look, if anybody's open down there, I'm going to get the ball down the floor, throw it down there, and hopefully convert. Madden did a nice job to beat the Dogs down the floor to get that shot.
Jerry Tarkanian has said most of this year that the inability to execute the offense has been Fresno State's main problem. Defensively, they've been pretty good, but Oregon is kind of taking it to them both ends of the floor right now.
I still think it's a Fresno team that will get better and better as the year goes on. I mean, they have so many new players, and they've been beset by injuries that they really haven't had a chance to practice together, and that's a big key. So, I mean, you have to have all your guys together working hard and on the same page, so they've had to learn and try to get better under game conditions, which is not easy.
Dominic Young talking it over with Chris Herren after the near turnover. Young's telling Herren you got to come to that ball, but Jamal Lawrence just made a super play going up into about the 3rd row.
Yeah, Oregon is overplaying so much, Ralph, that you might look for some back cuts to the goal. Here Lawrence, a good overplay, taking a chance, went right into the stands, but you have to admire his hustle. Oh, here they're going to trap. Oregon's going to come after. Now, the last time this happened, Fresno got an easy score inside. See if they can react. Make your pass, make the extra pass.
Shot clock winding down. Herren dishes to Forney, who puts it up and in.
Oh, well done again.
9 for Forney. See if Wilkins can make something happen. No, I think Young disturbed him from behind. And Ducks not able to get off a shot to close out the first half, but they did some damage against the Bulldogs with a 13-0 run here. And at halftime, Fresno State trailing by 9, 34-25.
But give Oregon all the credit in the world. I thought they played